number 1. Helga down the inside. The Norwegian into second spot. Helga back to third. Where is Watt? A cautious approach. He's on the outside of the other championship contender, Finn Keneally, who slots through in position number 5. So it's Martins, Helga, Semi Taufik. Ugo de Wild's made a great start into 4th. You're up the back straight. You'll be able to pick Watt throughout the race. Number 205 with the bright pink helmet for Team Baby Race. As the VDK driver, Victor Martins, leads down towards the grandstand for the first of 19 times here this afternoon. Oh, Watt's gone wide. You just got a glimpse of that blue and white TKART going very, very wide. He's managed to rejoin, albeit only just. A big moment there for the championship leader. Well, it was nearly all over as Martins leads them for the first time. We check the order as they come across the line. Noah Watt is down in position number 11. A cautious approach for the Dane. Martins leads. Helga in second spot. And on this opening lap, the virtual championship indicates there are just 2 points between Noah Watt and Victor Martins if it was to finish right now. But of course, we've got 18 laps to go. Helga currently sits second in the road, but third in the championship. But we've got a long way to go. Taufik, 255, the reigning WSK Super Masters Series champion for 2016 in the Alonso kart. The Vega tyre is now up to temperature. Helga goes through in second spot, does not use all the track. Makes an adjustment to the Perilla engine on that CRG, just opens it up to let maximum fuel go into that 125cc engine. DeVille doing a superb job in 4th, ahead of Finn Keneally, Svetsov, Pratt Meyer, Teddy Wilson, leads his countryman Kian Jewis. Watt has made up 1 spot into 10th spot. But we've got a new leader because Dennis Helga, the Norwegian, has just taken Martins on the back straight. Let's take a look at the replay. Up the inside, textbook move. Taufik cheekily tried to follow the Norwegian through. The Frenchman did not allow that to happen. That's the virtual championship right there. Watt, if it was to finish now, would win it by just a mere 3 points. Helga is not out of this. Taufik will need all these contenders to fall over if he's to win it. He goes up the inside, picks up another spot. DeVille can't win the title, but he can certainly win the day. He's in 4th. We look for Noah Watt. He's lost another position. Helga now leads the virtual championship, and he leads the race outright. If it was to finish right now, he would be the 2016 Euro champ. Up the inside goes Semi Taufik. That is 207. Ugo DeVille tries to follow Victor Martins through. DeVille down the inside. That's Finn Keneally right behind him. A nervous shake of the steering wheel into the chicane from the Belgian. So Keneally, as the race settles down, the Brit is in 4th spot. Taufik looks over his shoulder. Keneally has a look at the Belgian down the inside, the 253 Ricky Flynn Motorsport kart. Dennis Helga, 251 from just outside Oslo in Norway. His mother Karina nervously watching on from their home. Live online here on CIKFIA.tv as Taufik down the inside. Helga back to second spot. Keneally up into 3rd. DeVille still holds on to 4th position. Martins recovers a spot. Here comes the other CRG of Pratt Meyer. Kian Jewis for Forza Racing's not too far back out of this battle as they snake along to the back straight. We're going to look out for a couple of drivers for you, namely the championship leader Noah Watt and also Caio Collet. The Brazilian did not set a qualifying time and had to start through the back of the heats, from the back of the grid through the heats. Collet, the boy from Brazil, second coming into this round. He's down in 25th. Surely he cannot win the championship. Noah Watt is down to 16th. Up the inside goes Super Semi Taufik. Keneally on the same corner gets past DeVille and Martins. Well, Watt, he's way down the field. He's lost a lot of time. That Watt has surely got a problem. He's now down in 21st position. Noah Watt is fading down through the field. He's not even on the screen as Taufik blocks the inside line. Hauger, Keneally cops a touch from Martins. Let's see if that dislodges his nose cone. Killian Pratt-Meyer in the CRG in position number 5. Brilliant stuff in the final of the European Junior Championships here at Genk in Belgium. Taufik works the wheel. There's Killian Pratt-Meyer. We're looking for Noah Watt. He's certainly got an issue. He's still circulating, but he's way down the order as Hauger gets up the inside. It's a drag race on the start finish straight. He takes Keneally. Keneally's got his own problems, though, in the form of the pole sitter. Victor Martins, brilliant stuff from the world's best juniors. Keneally down the inside of Hauger. Hauger gets the run on the exit. They drag race, and the Norwegian maintains second spot. Super Semi Taufik, the Moroccan. 2.55, he's your race leader from Hauger, Martins, Keneally, Pratt-Meyer. Shvetsov, the Russian, moves up a spot. Kian Juice also involved in that battle. Certainly an issue for Noah Watt. He's outside the top 20. His championship is disintegrating before his eyes if he cannot improve. There is Martins, being tailed by Finn Keneally. Watch the Brit in the bright green helmet as they go down into turn number 1. Watch Martins. Keneally will make the move. Hauger's going to lose 1-2 positions. He's got the inside line. Shvetsov, the Russian, will take advantage of both of them. The Russian up the inside. All the while, that is allowing the race leader to skip away. Look at the virtual championship. Noah Watt will scrape in by a single point if he can maintain it, as Teddy Wilson makes a move inside the top 10. Keneally follows the Frenchman through. Hauger being pushed wide as the boy from Melbourne, Oscar Piastri, sets the fastest lap of the race, but the Australian is way down in position number 25. He's 2 points behind the boy from Brazil, Caio Collet, second in the championship coming into this round. Collet is stuck down in 23rd, and incredibly, Noah Watt, he's 20th. He would still win the championship if it was to end right now. A couple of the carts coming together. Back in the field, we've got an incident involving one of the Birrell Art carts at the exit of turn number 1. It wasn't Colette though, as the race continues on. This is already half race distance. Let's check the order for you. Taufik, Martins, Keneally, Shvetsov, Teddy Wilson. He's the first CRG now up into 5th. He's displaced Dennis Hauger. Morozov, who's just set the fastest first sector. Hugo de Ville, the Belgian. Then it's Killian Pratt-Meyer and the French driver Theo Boucher rounds out the top 10. Taufik, the gap last time was 0.6 of a second. Let's check it across the line for you. They start lap number 9. Wow, it's down to 0.3. Here comes the Frenchman. He won in Portugal, his second here in Genk, and he's on the charge. Super Semi Taufik. Well, let's have a look at the virtual championship. He's doing everything he can to win, but he would still come second by 1 solitary point to Watt if the race was to finish now. Hauger is falling back through the field. He's under immense pressure from the Russian Ilya Morozov, de Ville, Killian Pratt-Meyer, and still Boucher in position number 10. Keneally goes through. Shvetsov. What a drive from Teddy Wilson from Peterborough in England. The number 209 CRG is in position 5. There he is, right on the tail of the Russian Shvetsov. They go down into turn number 1. Taufik a little bit wide. Still maintains a gap, but it's down to 0.2 of a second. I don't need to tell you the time gap. You can see it on your screen. Barely a cart length in it. Taufik again nervously looks over his shoulder. There's Hauger, he does the same. He's in position 6, head of Morozov de Ville. You saw David Vidalis, the Spaniard who won in Adria, just on the tail of that battle. In the number 208 factory Tony Kart. Then a gap back to Juice, Petele, Eteki, Fetisov, Alatalo and Noah Watt is starting to come back through the field. He's now up into 17th. But that's a fair fall from grace for the championship leader, as Watt needs to recover a stack of places to take out the 2016 Euro champs. Semi Taufik Martins works the wheel. As we mentioned, he's driving for the Belgian BDK racing team. There's Keneally for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, reigning world champions in the junior class. Keneally has a long look over his shoulder. The BDK racing team, they won in Portugal last year with Kenny Roosens. They won last month with their boy Victor, who's in second. Stoffel van Dorn, who now drives for the McLaren team, both in Formula One and the Japanese Super Formula Series. He took BDK racing to second in the World Cup 5 or 6 years ago. Kneeling in the slipstream, the bright green helmet. Again, Taufik looks over his shoulder. Works the steering wheel. The track not offering as much grip as earlier on today because we had that very brief shower as the kart's pushed out onto the grid. Keneally, the Englishman, very wide on the exit. There's Fetsov. Alga is starting to catch the Russian once again. As Adamiteki, the French driver, in position number 12, he's come from grid number 30, has just set the fastest first sector of the race. Adamiteki in the bright green 265 kart. The Vortex-powered Tony is charging his way up through the field. He's now in 12th, ahead of his countryman Milan Petelin in the Praga kart. Kian Juas for Forza Racing has dropped back ahead of Fetisov Alatalo, and still Noah Watt in position 17. But he still leads the championship as Martins goes down the inside. Taufik back to second. It may well be third if his teammate can go through. Keneally on the inside puts the RFM Alonso over the ripple strip. Let's see if the Brit can take the Moroccan for second place. Teddy Wilson, another Englishman, watches on and he's charging down the inside. Finn Keneally into second place. Taufik from the lead back to third, and if he's not careful, he'll be off the podium because Teddy Wilson, who's come from grid 11, is in fourth and charging. Let's take a look at the replay. Down the inside into turn one. Nicely done by the pole sitter for BDK Racing. Look at the right rear of Taufik's Alonso car. Buck up in the air. Overcorrection from Keneally in order to avoid his teammate. So it's now Martins from Keneally into second spot. Well, I can tell you what that has done with 6.5 laps to go. It's put Keneally in the lead of the championship. There's Wilson with the Union Jack on his helmet, reminiscent of Nigel Mansell in his F1 days, the proud Englishman from Peterborough. He's in fourth, one step off the podium. Keneally, virtually in the championship, if it was to end now, would win it from 2 points over Noah Watt, who's stuck way down the field. He's now in 16th, ahead of Kian Juas, Leonardo Marcella, and Caio Collet. He will not be the 2016 European champion. The boy from Brazil is down in 19th. Martins, Keneally locks it up under brakes. Here comes Wilson. That move has put him up on the podium, and that has virtually ended Taufik's championship unless he can make a miraculous recovery. The mighty Moroccan back to fourth, out of the championship lead and off the podium. They come up onto the back straight. Finn Keneally, let's see if Sami Taufik can respond. Wilson into third spot with a brilliant drive. Remember, he's come from grid number 11 to be up into third. Taufik, the Russian Svetsov, still is in fifth place, but the laps are starting to wind down. There is Taufik from Morocco. Moroccan mother, English father. He raced as a Brit in years gone by, but he's very proudly flying the flag for the country in Northern Africa. Keneally in second spot. and he's leading the championship. If it was to end now, he would win it on 112 points to Watt's 110. Noah Watt, what is he doing? He's down in 15th. He needs to improve. Look at the head lean on Spetzer in position number 5. They're all looking behind him as Vidales tries to fend off an attack from Pushau. Pratt Meyer, the Spaniard, making his debut in the Euro Champs, just outside the top 10 head of the French driver Adam Mateki, who's come from grid number 30 to be in 12. So Hauger 251 in the CRG. In position number 6, there he is, just behind the Russian and now the Moroccan. Wilson, well, can he take his countrymen? We've got a Frenchman leading 2 Englishmen. To be fair, Martins has been super quick all weekend as Keneally slides that Alonso kart into the chicane onto the back straight. Martins nervously looks over his shoulder. Keneally does the same. It's a Cosmic Kart leading an Alonso, leading a CRG VDK Racing versus Ricky Flynn Motorsport. And the CRG factory team, again, Keneally looks behind him. 2 laps to go, not even 1.5 in fact. If it was to end right now, I can tell you Finn Keneally will be the European champion. But we've still got 1,360 metres to go. As the fastest qualifier, the pole sitter, the Frenchman, Victor Martins takes the last lap board. Keneally in 2nd place. Noah Watt is still stuck down in position number 15. Ironically, he's 1 place ahead of the Brazilian Caio Collet, who he led coming into this last round here in Belgium. There is Wilson. Keneally looks behind him. Deville pulls out to block the line. The Belgian in 7th, trying to hold off the Russian Ilya Morozov. The gap from the race leader Martins to Keneally is now out to 0.3 of a second. Keneally doesn't need to catch him. He can finish 2nd and win the European Championship provisionally, of course. His countryman Teddy Wilson onto the podium, but no one will stop the Frenchman. He rounds the final corner. The checkered flag comes out for Victor Martins, who wins again in 2016. 2nd across the line, and provisionally the European champion, Keneally. There goes Noah Watt now across the line, number 205. He has been classified in 14th. Colette was 16th. No doubt about the winner for the 2nd time in 2016. Victor Martins has won a round of the Euro Champs. I think Finn Keneally knows it. You can see he's absolutely ecstatic. 253, the team run by the 1991 Formula Renault champion, Ricky Flynn. They are the reigning world champions 2 years in a row, and provisionally, it appears, yes, you can see it on your screen, by 2 points. Congratulations, Finn Keneally, the 2016 European champion. Incredible scenes here at Genk in Belgium. There's the race winner. Let's give him some credit as well. A brilliant weekend for the Frenchman. Martins, with that 2nd win of the year, has elevated himself into 3rd in the championship. Let's take a look at a replay of this spectacular race. This is where it all started to go wrong for the Copenhagen kid, Noah Watt. He got shuffled out wide. He was back to 21st and never really recovered. Dennis the Menace Hauger led early on. The Norwegian driver would eventually finish 6th in the race and 4th in the championship. Taufik leading for most of the early part of this race. The mighty Moroccan not on the podium, but he's had a brilliant 2016. He's finished the Euro Champs in 5th. Victor Martins, fastest qualifier, heat winner, pre-final winner, and now he has won, as he did in Portimao, Portugal last month, for the 2nd time in a row for the Belgian VDK Racing team here in Belgium, a round of the European Championships. That was the move for the lead. Taufik back to 2nd, back to 3rd, and then off the podium. some credit also for the brilliant young Brit, Teddy Wilson, who dragged himself up onto the podium from grid number 11. Spectacular stuff. He was the best of the CRG runners at the end. So a Frenchman on the top step of the podium. He'll be accompanied by two Brits in just a moment. The checkered flag comes out. Victor Martins wins. Finn Keneally knew it. He did the mathematics before the race. Congratulations. Another Brit has written their name into history. Finn Keneally, provisionally, is the 2016 European champion. Victor Martins wins it for the second race in a row. And two Brits round out the podium. Great drive all weekend, all year in fact, from the mighty Moroccan Semi Taoufik to finish fourth. Another